people? How my good people doing? You did? Like I always say, keep God first. You heard me? Y'all know what to do. Subscribe and like and smack that doorbell for me, baby. You heard me? Ding dong. Alright, I'm gonna let this video take off, baby. You know what I'm saying? With Jay Prince and Offset, but I'm gonna let the ones up top take off first. And I'm gonna let Offset, you know what I'm saying, speak at the end. You heard me and I stand on that. Let's go.
A lot of Instagram hype, but ain't nothing like, hearing it from the horse's mouth and hearing the real deal of what happened. OG.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. First and foremost, man, before we even get started, I want to say rest in peace to Takeoff. You know what I mean? Shout out to his family. Shout out
to the whole QC.
To the whole QC, to all his loved ones. You know what I mean? We want to show our respects on that aspect first. When I got the call from you, OG, we was a little reluctant to do the interview because, somebody lost their life. It was a sensitive situation. So, we talked, and then when you alerted me that you had sat down with, P from QC, and, everybody saw things eye to eye, and, that really had, was like, okay, well, cool. As long as you see eye to eye with, the people that's most close to him, and y'all got everything figured out, then, okay, then you can come speak your truths. You know what I'm saying? Because that side of the family and this side of the family is on the same accord. So, with that being said, let's get into this interview, man.
Yeah, and I would like to also, man, I want to echo everything that was said. We would like to extend and send our condolences, you know what I mean, as well, because and definitely to Takeoff mother, you know what I mean, because I put her at the top of the list because it's an unnatural thing to lose your kid. You know what I mean? I felt all kinds of pain from losing my mother, my father, brothers, sisters, cousins, best friends, and different things. But, to lose your child is a whole different kind of pain. So, I sympathize with that to the fullest because that's what you call unnatural. You know what I mean? They supposed to bury us, not us burying them.
Absolutely.
Now, Mike Prince, I'm gonna ask you a question. You was there, and a lot of people seen you trying to de-escalate the situation, and then things just went left. What happened, Mike?
Well, it really wasn't a situation to de-escalate because it really wasn't. It wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like it looked, but it really wasn't that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I even asked myself that today. Like, it wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we from the cuts. When certain things are what it is. You know what I'm saying? And because you done had so many years of looking and seeing and feeling and dealing. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even that. You know what I'm saying? It was really a beautiful night. You know what I'm saying? We all family. We enjoying. Everybody kicking it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a situation that it turned out to be. You know what I'm saying? So, me saying I'm de-escalating, I'm basically just telling nephew, like, hey, it ain't worth talking about. He's like, man, you want to talk about basketball. It ain't, leave it alone. Stop talking about it. Period. Like, stop talking about basketball. You don't want to talk about basketball? Stop. It wasn't about no dice game. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about no gambling. It wasn't about none of the things that the media and all these, we call them media whores, just trying to capitalize and draw a story that wasn't there. Because we had already been outside a period of time before that other conversation started. You know what I'm saying? The homies, everybody went outside to smoke. You know what I'm saying? We just sit back chilling. Then they went, we gonna talk, they talk basketball. You know what I'm saying? Just nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that type of situation or that type of energy to where you would feel like something had escalated to where it was supposed to be a problem.
So, okay, so to the people that say, okay, Prince family been doing this for years. Been bringing people down. They've been hosting them. You know, nothing like this ever happened. You feel what I'm saying? What about the people that feel like still nothing should have happened? Because they was with the, you know, they was with the Prince family, and the Prince family is well respected. Nothing should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, you know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no shit like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to attack us. If you know what I mean. You know, when a man attack a situation with a weapon, then, you know, it become a playing field where, you know, any and everything goes. So that's what we're dealing with right here, and that's the root of this situation. And he didn't attack the Prince family, but he attacked, you know, people that we know, and it was totally unnecessary. You know what I mean? For you to attack a man with a weapon, because what that's gonna do is put a man in a position where he wanna protect himself, and that was the root of igniting this gunplay.
But to clarify it real quick so they can understand, we're not talking about Takeoff attacking nobody.
No, not at all.
Just so they can
Yeah,
understand.
no, not at all. Not Takeoff, and not nobody from Houston, you know, attack nobody until, you know, the homie that was with them would Takeoff them, whatever his name may be. You know, he giving all kinds of statements on this police report we have, so we can read his name and everything, because he put himself in a position where he's cooperating and telling a lot of different lies. So we may as well shine the light on the real root to the issue, which is this homie, you know what I mean, in this paperwork. So as everybody could see on the video, you know, this dude, without having a green light from Offset, nobody told this man to, you know what I mean, attack somebody, and Quavo, I mean, you know what I mean? Nobody gave him a green light to attack, you know, a 5'2" guy. You know, this is a big nigga, you know what I mean? So I guess he felt like, you know, the little homie is somebody he can just hit and knock out and different things like that, and it was a wrong thing to do, man, and it was an embarrassing thing to do, because it was, you know, like Mike said, it was so unnecessary. It wasn't even that type of atmosphere. You know, y'all talking about a basketball game. You know what I mean? A 2-on-2, playing a 2-on-2, and now you turn a misdemeanor into a felony.
I'm gonna say this. A lot of people seen the video. It was a few seconds, and Junior, they seen you walking by. We understand that, you know, Quavo, Takeoff, they was down here with y'all, but they seen you walking by. He's laying on the ground. You got Mike bending down, and they seen you walking by. What took place there?
This the crazy thing about that video, right? Is one scenario is that they see Mike on the ground trying to help Takeoff, but in the video, Mike was right behind me. People didn't peep that. People think that I'm the one who had a voice. I mean, I'm the one who was speaking in the video when I wasn't. If you go back and look at the video, Mike is walking right behind me. They took 3 seconds of a situation where I was caught on video and turned it into what they wanted it to be. But in all actuality, we had been there for a while. Mike was following me so we can go to the restroom so he can wash the blood off his hands, and so he can enlighten me to what transpired, because I wasn't even out there when this transpired. I was inside paying a bill. So I had no knowledge of what had transpired outside. As I'm walking I had just got done paying the bill. As I'm walking to the door, I hear gunshots, and then I also hear bullets coming through the glass. So I got out the way because I was almost at the door. So I end up getting out the way, and sadly what had taken place had taken place. But in that 3-second clip, it was me and Mike walking to the restroom so he can wash the blood off his hands and so he can enlighten me to what transpired outside.
There was rumors that after all this occurred, you was the one that took Quavo and them to the hospital. Y'all still was together after the fact.
I stayed with Quavo. We stayed out there probably like 2 or 3 hours together before we all parted ways and made sure each other was cool. Like me and him stayed out there. Like one other person pulled up, but it was me and him that stayed out there for hours after this transpired. So
Yeah, so it's just interesting how, one can take a 3-second lie, you know what I mean, and contaminate, a bunch of damn fools that'll believe anything that they see. And when in actuality, as you can see, these two was with Quavo, you know what I mean, from beginning to end. They dropped him off. They never left his side, because here's the thing. Takeoff is not the only one got hit that night. You know what I mean? A friend of ours daughter got hit in the head. So somebody could have been mad about that and wanted to come back and do some things. So they was there with the homie. And whenever he decide to speak, he gonna validate everything we saying. Quavo, you know what I mean? Because he know he was never abandoned. He know he was never disrespected. He know every time he have came to Houston, it been nothing but love and respect. That's why he came so many times.
When you hear Houston, you hear Mob Ties.
Right, I'm gonna pause that. No, I'm gonna take that video down that he's speaking on $1 Million Gang, and then I'm gonna pop another video up there with him talking about Carly B husband. Right
Niggas
up
be
top.
throwing rocks and hiding their hands. They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals. And the truth of the matter is, one can dance and different things in front of different cameras and all that kind of shit. And when reality, the truth of the matter is, nigga, you wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. You know what I mean? So for you to be taking these positions that you take, you know what I mean? And I got people everywhere. So.
And I'm gonna let Carly B husband take off at the bottom.
Fuck y'all niggas got going on. Y'all niggas speaking on my real brother. How dare one of y'all niggas even speak on me and Tate relationship, nigga? I don't know you niggas from a can of paint, nigga. Y'all niggas don't know how me and my brother rock, nigga. You trying to clear your face, nigga. This your 5th interview, nigga. You done did about my brother, nigga. You ain't think about his mama. You ain't think about the family, nigga. We ain't said nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing but you niggas. You niggas, man, who y'all nigga think y'all nigga is? John got it, nigga. Ain't nobody going for none of that, bro. I ain't studying none of that shit y'all nigga talking about either. And if you heard something from me, I'ma tell you it's gonna come from me. Call my phone. Y'all nigga going off of he say, she say. Then y'all nigga supposed to be this is who y'all supposed to be. And y'all nigga on interviews and it out on an interview talking about I said that. Nigga, call my phone, homie. You call my phone, we'll have a conversation.
All right.
They're gonna talk about all that
video,
plant.
baby, and leave the video up there. You heard me. But anyway, y'all heard what Jay Prince said. You heard what Offset say. Carly B, you know what I'm saying, husband. But check this out, right? Now, Jay Prince, he added more fuel to the fire. Cause see, he already knowing that, you know what I'm saying, how the young just is, right? It don't matter how much money you can spend, how much money you got. These young jits don't care nothing about that. You feel what I'm saying? And another thing he got to understand is it, right? Just because you know a lot of people that tell you something and talk to you, you gotta, just because you know people in Atlanta or whatever, once you start that fuse to that fire with Carly B. Hood and something happened to that man, guess what? You gonna start more fire. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of you being a duck, you know what I'm saying? Pipe it down and think like a duck, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? he's never shouldn't say what he said, because what he doing, he thinking like the young Jits think. You feel what I'm saying? The young Jits think how he talk. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be on that time on the same level that a young person is, right? You know what I'm saying? So my knowledge, my understanding, right? People want to call people OG, right? But I don't call nobody an OG, because you know why? When you call a person an OG, they still thinking like the young Jits. They still thinking like the streets, because they still in the streets. You feel what I'm saying? When you get a certain age, it's time to pipe down and understand that you got to work with the young youth. You can't hurt them. You got to help them. So by you spitting like that, talking like that, there, you feel what I'm saying? You showing the young youth that who you really still is. You feel me? You got to understand, as being a grown man, being an adult, right? Me, I'd have exited myself up out of that. I wouldn't say nothing like that. You dig what I'm saying? If I'd have got on somebody podcast and would have been talking, right? You know what I'm saying? Certain things I'd have talked about, certain things I wouldn't talk about. Because once you go to spitting like that on somebody's podcast, you already know it's going to leak out, it's going to get out, and they're going to start more fuel to the fire. You feel me? So my understanding, you know what I'm saying? JP, you just going to start more fuel to the fire, baby. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just piping down and let the young generation, the young youth have it, because they ain't thinking like adults. When they get older, yeah, they gonna think. But right now, these is young Jits. You feel me? They gonna spaz out on anything and everything now. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? You gonna start another war for no reason, then you gonna have to turn around and say, well, okay, go ahead over here and talk to somebody so I can clean this up. But see, if you wouldn't have to clean it up if you would never spit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because you got to be careful how you speak. It don't matter how much millions and millions of dollars people got. People still in this world right now will zip you up. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to come at these young Jits with the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Don't come at them with the same street mentality, because they going to apply how you apply pressure. They going to apply the same pressure that you applying. You feel me? And you just start more fuel to the fire, baby. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? When everything gonna get right? Everybody still breathing on their loved ones. When everything gonna get right? I guess it's not. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, that's all I got for y'all. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Y'all subscribe and like and share. And smack that doorbell for me, baby. You dig what I'm saying? Because this here, it don't make no sense. And me, I'm finna be 5'5", man. And ain't no time to be thinking like the young Jits, talking like the young Jits. You dig what I'm saying? Well, talking is different. But throwing threats, throwing shots, it ain't worth it, man. So on that note, y'all, I'm gonna scratch that, and I'm gone, baby. I'm gone.